everyone, welcome back to Satisfactory. We are on day 16 of our advent calendar, and here we get 7 superposition oscillators. So the superposition oscillators, if we take a look at them, excuse me. A superposition oscillator is an oscillator circuit that uses the mechanical resonance of a vibrating crystal to create a string vibration with a precise frequency, often used in teleportation technology and dimensional manipulation. So this is actually what we think, we as in a lot of the community, think is going to be used to create the teleporters in the future. So, it's a pretty well-known, I guess, theory that in update 1 there'll be teleportation as a travel method for the pioneers, and also potentially materials. I think teleportation for the pioneer would be super useful. Teleportation for materials, the only way I think it could be balanced really well is if you either, number one, could only put in a very small amount at a time, and then it took a ton of power to actually do it. Or if you could do say like an entire container load at a time. Say you have an industrial container, it all flows into the teleporter. You kind of have to wait for it to get to a certain amount before it'll actually teleport, and then it takes a ton of, like, even more power. Personally, I'm not really a fan of teleporting materials, because I think part of the game is trying to get the logistics set up and materials from each base to base. If you do the teleportation, you don't need trains, you don't need vehicles. It kind of wipes all that out, unless it's crazy, crazy expensive to build. So that might be a decent way to kind of balance that. Also, the superposition oscillator is only available through the advent calendar, and there are a couple of hard drive crash sites that take it in order to open. I think there's like 3 or 4 on the map. So as you can see, we have our versatile framework is all running. This thing in the middle here is just making me power shards out of some extra reinforced iron plates and rotors I had. Then instead of actually putting any production over here, I actually just threw the recycler in. You know, the awesome sink. So I mean, this is a perfect area for it. It fits in here nice. It kind of takes up this square. It definitely is a little bit taller, so we're gonna have to do some funky ramp business here, but I think we could do maybe a little bit of a pyramid style type thing up to contain that. But right now I have all of the extra versatile framework just sinking in there because it's not in my inventory. Where is it? It's in one of these. There it is, right there. We have so much versatile framework, 1200 in fact. So that is ready to rock and roll. And then on this side, I have done the preliminary setup for our automated wiring. And I'll go through this a little bit. So, for automated wiring, at the end here, I want to be making double what the standard is. So we're bumping this up to 200 to get 5 automated wiring per minute. That takes 5 stators and 5 stators and 100 cable per minute. So then right here, we're making our 5 stators per minute. That's taking steel pipe, 15 per minute, and wire, 40 per minute. So then back here, we got our pipe being made. So I actually left this at 30 because if you remember from last time, we had 30 steel ingots left over. Now, I'm not going to only take 20 and then produce the pipe and call it a day. I was going to say, why don't I just produce all 20 there? And then since this only takes 15, I'll take the other 5, I'll split it off, have it come up here, throw it in a bin, and that will be just like a little bit of pipe every now and then in case we need it. Because right now we don't have anything just building pipe or just building beams. We're actually surviving off of the stack that I had down on the coal factory. Which I believe that's actually still going down there. there. I think it is. I think that foundry and that constructor are still doing work. It's probably backed up at this point. But it's probably still producing, so that's fine. So we got our cable in here. This is actually not producing 240 per minute. This is producing 50. That was left over from copying the sign over here. So we got 2 cable machines, both clocked up to 50 per minute, 166%. And that's going to be making our 100 cable that is necessary for the automated wiring. So taking 100 cable there. And then, since we need so much wire, we need 240 wire. If I was using the standard recipe, that would take 4 different machines. Now, I'm going to actually use some Caterium here. One of those jacked up here, we're going to be taking 30 Caterium ingots, producing 240 wire. So this is how we're going to produce a shit ton of wire in one machine and really keep this area down in size. So this is a pretty compact area. I have it kind of all contained with this little jut out here. So this one, this foundation is actually right above this kind of cliff thing. It's actually clipping into it, so I can't really move it over too much because I wouldn't have had space for this conveyor lift to go up and down. So now let's go down to the logistics floor. I did not set this up yet. And we have all of our conveyor lifts. As you can see, this one just slightly clips into that rock, tiny little bit, which I'm okay with. So we got all of our logistics down here ready to rock and roll. We got our power line on the back side, as you can see. It comes across, and then this is the line that's going to go up and over into. So today's goal is going to be to set this bad boy up and start producing our automated wiring to complete phase 2. So like I said, this first one is going to be Caterium. We only need 30 of it. So we are going to bring this out to here, and that's not technically, that's not straight. Which I don't know why it's not straight, but it's not. I think we gotta go like that, or like 2 over, just fine. Okay, let's take that up. We're gonna run, actually, why don't we just run this right into a splitter here. Boink. There we go, we'll run that into a splitter. This is going to come out, and we're gonna go back around this conveyor. So we only need 30. So we're going to limit this to 30. I really do like these throughput limiters. I feel like they definitely reduce the amount of space you need. But I also think that I think they are a little bit too powerful. You know, building one of these is a rotor and reinforced iron plates. Maybe they should be more expensive, or they should require a motor as well. Maybe that would make it a little bit more balanced, but as of right now, I feel like they're a little too powerful for what you actually pay for. Or maybe they should require power. That would be a different way to kind of get them to be a little bit more balanced. Okay, so we're just going to bring this over. We're just going to leave this one on the ground, I think. I don't think we need to raise it up. Nope. I couldn't really raise this one down anymore, unfortunately. It's kind of stuck where it is. But that's fine. This one's just going to be on the ground. I don't think that's too big of an issue. Because this whole middle section, I think I'm going to make our smart plating in. And then we might call it good for this floor. I might just say, you know what, this floor is making our phase 2 space elevator parts, which will be used further on. And then I can take all of the materials that it's making, either throw them into the recycler, or I throw them downstream. But anyways, I mean, this area right here, whatever I need to do, this whole entire side of the foundations are clean. I mean, besides the storage containers, which I'll obviously take out. But they can simply come out and go straight up into the next area. So whatever raw materials we don't use on this second floor, they can go out and up to the next level. Alright, so the wire is taken care of now. We're doing 30 per minute there. Now, the cable, on the other hand, needs to go here and here. So actually, let's turn this guy around. He's going to be coming out this way. This is going to be a splitter going that way, and this is going to be a splitter coming that way. Oops. Too many. And then, is that a right angle? I don't think so. Why don't we have this come out this way instead? Like that. There we go. That's 2 right angles are right there. Now let's get some signage. We definitely need some signage. Okay. Drop that down a little bit. This is going to be wire, and that's going to be 200 and output equals 240. Let's grab another one. We're gonna do some more signage. Actually, why don't I keep that up there? So we're doing, where are the Caterium ingots? There we go. Input equals 30. Okay, good there. Now this one, our input is going to be 120. And last time, when I was setting all that up over there, I completely did not set up one of the steel beam outputs. So I was like, why is this not getting enough steel beams? And then all of a sudden I came down here and it was like, oh, didn't even hook one up. So let's see. Yeah, both of those cable should be taken in. Oh, wait, they only take in 100 wire. Hang on. So we need 100 wire going there, and I believe the other wire... Yeah, so the other wire has to come over here to the stator. Okay. I thought something was a little wonky. It's like, this seems way too simple. So, let's instead put a... let's actually... let's do the little trick. I think we're going to want to be right here. Yes. I think that's where I want to be. To get a 90 here? Yep. Okay, that gets the 90-degree angle. Let's delete that. Let's delete that real quick. Now that should extend into there. Good. Okay, so that's the output of 240. These ones actually only need 100. So let's copy that. Let's paste it there. Let's put one of these guys right here. A little counter limiter. This is going to be 100. Okay, and then the other 40 that we're going to get is going to come out and go into one of these. I think we'll probably turn this one this way, because this is where the output of the cable is going to go. So that needs to go all the way down to there. Okay, how is this cable going to get out? Down and around. Can I... Hang on a second. Can I stick... Oh, hell yeah, I can. I can stick a freaking mountain pole. A mountain pole. Right up in there. Right up in there, goddammit. Okay. Let's take this one. And we're gonna go this way. And then let's merge these two up. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to hit this. Yeah, there we go. Is that gonna be... Okay, that's not gonna be in line, actually. What if I turn this one? Go this way. Merge. Like I said, these look so dumb. I actually hate how these look. These mergers and these splitters, whenever they hook into the actual, like, conveyor, like, that looks so stupid. It coming in there. It should come out and pretty much look like this. It should be right next to it. But this is such a massive space saver. I don't think I can go without it. And this isn't even a mod. That's like base game. That's what it looks like base game, and who am I to say the base game isn't correct? No one. That's who. Okay, we are going to get... actually, when do I want this to turn? I think I can get this to turn pretty quick. I do a 90. Nope. Alright, let's actually go out one more. I want it to turn and get into position as quickly as possible, so that way I'm not blocking the output there, because this output actually just needs to wrap around into that input. Boom. Like that, like a glove. Because this output right here is stators, and that needs to go into there. Oh my god, I can't afford it! What? That's the first time I've run out of steel beams in a very long time. Also, this entire facility, once I get to the next phase here and I get Mark IV belts, I'm probably just going to leave this facility as is. Like, I don't think I'm going to come back here, change up the outputs, the inputs on the lines. Maybe I'll do that to the silica, just because I have 450 total output available on that, so that way I get a full belt. Otherwise, this entire facility is going to be based off the Mark III belt, and I'm not going through... Like, look at that. That's so ugly. And I am not going through the freaking hassle of changing this entire facility up and changing all these belts. Ugh. No, thank you. I don't want it. So now that is the cable all going down, winding around, and getting into position. Now this... So that was... We have some extra wire coming out, which needs to go into the stators. And the stators also need the pipes, which is right here. So this needs... Let's get the wire over there first, actually, which is going to be coming through there, I think. Actually, let's do this. So this is our input for our steel, steel ingots. Let's put that up. Let's take this down. Okay, 1, 2. That should be in line now. Let's do the same thing here. 1, 2. That should be in line. And then we're going to just put, give me this. That into there. I'm actually going to get rid of these because they look gross and there's no point to have them there. But that gives us a nice 90-degree bend, so that way the stator's pipes are good to go. We're going to get the 90 there, and that's going to come all the way down to here. But we don't have the 90 yet. There we go. And that's the extra bit of wire. So we got 100 coming out. Well, it's limiting that to 100 on that side. Let's go ahead and add another limiter here. This should be 40. So now those should balance themselves out once they get going. And let's actually add some more signage. So that's going to be 100 cable. This is going to be 100 cable. Or 50 cable, excuse me. Not 100. Output equals 50. Okay. Some good signage there. And that's going to be going all the way over that way. So this is going to be our pipes. Pepe. That is going to be output equals 30 or 20, and we don't need that entire 20. That's right. We actually need to split this off. Which is fine, because that can still go there and be a good 90. Now, can I fit? I don't think I can fit a... that's fine. So I can't fit that there. However... let's just have this go down to the bottom floor. How are we going to do this? I guess this will eventually have to come all the way over here. Maybe I'll put it back here next to the... Actually, I could have them go over and just be sunk right now. Let's see what this looks like. It's not bad. Okay, that looks good. We're right over top of the Caterium now. Let's bring this over this way. 1, 2. Pop it up. And then why don't we just, for right now, we're just going to throw it in there. Because this is going to be capped at 5, which is literally nothing. And that's capped at 5. Okay, so then our input here is going to be 15. 15 steel pipes equals 15. And then for this, this is going to be wire. And our input here is going to be 40. Nice, okay. And then we gotta bring our steel over, which we got our leftovers right here. We're gonna throw a splitter somewhere here-ish, which it doesn't actually work whenever you do that anymore. I have no clue why. You used to be able to just split it right in the middle and it worked perfectly. So then, this is gonna look a little sketty-ish. This one needs to be limited to 30. Leftover, none. Complete. Or not 0 leftovers. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it as complete. Makes sense to me. Okay, let's get this up a level. Yeah. Oops. Let's go up a level. Now we should go up a level here. Oh, that's actually... Yeah, that's not right. We need to put that. Not like that, like this. Okay, that should be 90 then. There to there. Come all the way over here. We'll just go down. It's fine. Follow the old dusty trail. Yeah. One more. 1, 2. Here we go. And it should be 90. Beautiful. Okay. A little bit up, over, in situation. Could that have been planned a little bit better? Probably. I guess I could have chucked all of the lines up on the ceiling, but this works. So I am okay with it. So that is our steel going in. Our steel pipes. Or steel ingots, excuse me. Steel ingots. Input equals 30. Okay, cool. Everything's got good signage on it, besides these guys. And then out here comes our automated wiring. Which, why don't I just throw you right here for right now? There we go. Automated wiring is complete. We got a little bit of pipes coming out here as well. Why is our throughput 0 here? Throughput should be 30. Maybe something's wrong there? I don't know. Okay, let's turn this puppy on. Turn this bad boy on and do some troubleshooting. Boom. Everything should be going. Deuterium ingots filling up. I'm gonna split these so that way these guys have a little bit of time to get going, because that's a manifold system. We have a couple manifold and splitter systems, but they're only too long. It's not like we're doing, you know, 50 of them. Now this should be making our pipes, and it is. Nice. I'll just throw that down there for now. Save spike. Alright, we haven't gotten any cable yet. Why haven't we gotten any cable? We should have gotten cable already. Cable output. Going this way. There's 16 there. There's 3 there. Haven't gotten any cable. Why not? Because we're off. Because we're off. I noticed this on my... on the versatile framework. I did the exact same thing. I was off by like one tiny little position. Why? Alright, well, I guess we can come straight now, so I don't need this or that. And that's technically off by a little bit. It's supposed to be right there. I don't even think that's gonna be, is that even, that's not even gonna be a 90 degree, is it? No! 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 My beautiful 90 degree angles! Son of a bitch. Alright, well. It's a sad day for 90 degree angles. Because there's not enough room to make one here. Fine, whatever. Take your nasty looking curve thing. Hey, we got 9 there. We got 2 in there. And making our automated wiring, baby. Alright. Look at that. Look at that. How are we doing on ingots over here? Got a bunch of ingots in here. Running at 100. This one's only running at 96 currently. I believe that's because the cable got backed up. Also running 96 here. Okay, let's make sure our wire is going where it should be going and doing what it should be doing. Oh, shit. Nope, it's not. That's supposed to be 200, not 100. Alright. That should be better now. That should be 200, that should be 40. Output, 240. Math is hard. 30 and 30 over here. I'm not going to be able to add any signage over there because I'm not going to be... this part doesn't need signage. I think we're okay. Look at that. The first automated wiring. We already got 8. And then this middle area will be for the smart plating, because that's going to be making us power slugs like crazy. It'll also be making us smart plating, because I need 120 smart plating per minute to keep my power slug facility rolling. And that's going to be a lot. I don't even know how many assemblers that is to get 120 smart plating, because I think it only does 2 per minute. Regardless, I don't think we're going to have nearly enough to do that. Yeah, we can make 2 per minute. Even if we were cranking out 5 of these per minute, we would need 60 assemblers to keep up with this. 120 per minute, that's nuts. What if I bump this down to like 1 per minute? 1. Okay, 1 per minute would give me 10 per minute here, which means I would just need 2 of these completely jacked up. But still, I mean, yes, crafting your own power slugs should be incredibly expensive, don't get me wrong. But that's nuts. That is nutty. So, in the middle here, we'll have our power slug production going. And I'm going to put this little area behind a wall so you actually don't see the slugs getting... Or this one right here, between these two. You don't see the slugs going into the machine and getting ground up into power shards. Because that's just terrible to watch. We're only at 91% here for some reason. Steel pipes are at 100. That's producing 20. So we should be getting 15 here. Why would we not be getting 15? Is that because... No, this limiter is stacked up. I thought maybe the limiter might be the reason why. It's taken 2 and thrown them that way, so... I mean, that should be right. 1 goes to the left, 2 goes to the right. Let's see what happens here. This also might just need to run for a little bit before we get at 100% efficiency. We're going up. We're at 94 now. Alright, let me take these. Shove them in here and see what happens. Okay, so they are all going this way. Or at least most of them. Yeah, because that's getting rid of them. These ones are coming this way. We're at 95% efficiency now. These ones should still... 98? These should get to 100. Because the limiter was wrong. 99. And this one is 100. I'm going to go ahead and take this out. Should be good. This should get to 100. And this should be good now. I like to always have a little bit of a buffer in between. So like I'll split stacks in half and throw them in here so that way I can gauge the number. Make sure it always has, like, a little bit of a starter buffer almost. Which is what the idle time is supposed to do whenever it doesn't have enough and then all of a sudden it idles for a couple seconds before it starts up again. Alright, we should be good. Everything should be at 100%. Or getting there. After a couple minutes, it'll get there. Now let's check out how much we're making. We got 36 already, which is looking good. Technically, we need to have 3 smart plating assemblers in the middle because we need to be making smart plating as well. Alright, so if we're making, we need to be making 15 smart plating per minute. So let's go over to our handy dandy production planner and we will take off the automated wiring. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing right now, but I'm just putting the smart plating into the Satisfactory calculator so we can predict what we're going to need. We're going to be making 15 smart plating per minute. So what do we need here? So according to the ingots, 15 smart plating per minute is, I mean, it's a good round number, don't get me wrong, but it kind of throws off a lot of the stuff here at the beginning, specifically the iron ingots. So we need 135 iron ingots going into plates. Those will be making 90 iron plates, which will be going into the reinforced iron plate, which will be making 15 per minute going into the assemblers. Right? Yeah, because you only need 5. So and then the other side of the iron ingots, we need 113.75 to be making our iron rods, because the iron rods will go into 138.75 of them will be going into the constructors to make the screws, and then 75 rods will be going into the assemblers to make the rotors. And the screws coming out look alright. We got 180 on one side, we got 375 on the other, so that 375 will end up being 2 belts worth. Or close to it. It'll be over 1 belt worth anyways. So yeah, I guess I'm glad I left the smart plating for the middle, because this is gonna suck. There's so much nonsense. This is only phase 2. We already have the smart plating to put into the space elevator. But alright. We got 39 shards. Don't know if that's enough. Oh, and then we need a constructor and an assembler at the end to make our, or 2 constructors to make our power shards. This was just temporary. This was also temporary. Okay, here, for the outside, I think probably right here. This is where I'm going to make do I want to use pillars again? That's the question. I think it looks good. Because if we break these down now into I can put 1. Basically, I can have 1 per square if I use small pillars to break them up, so that way it stays in a square. Because instead of going on the edges of squares like I was doing, I could go in the middle and have things be produced a little bit differently. However, this is going to grow exponentially as we continue our journey in making parts at this facility. So we might not want to do it that way. What if we did every 2? So we had silica, quartz, iron that's left over, blah, blah, blah. blah, 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 blah. How would we be looking there? Oh. Sorry, I'm in the middle. I was like, why is this not lining up? It's because I'm in the middle and not on the edge. So I could do 5 in one section. That might not be bad. Because then this area, we could do 1, 2, 3, 4. So then I would have 9 spaces to bring things up. At least on that side. On this side, I might have more. And that'll just be walkway. This will be walkway. This will be walkway. Let's see, 9 spaces. How is that going to be enough? I might have to do some wonky stuff on this side to get everything combined, but it should be enough. Should be enough spaces, because I'm going to need silica, quartz, pipes that we're making here, smart plating, power shards, versatile framework, automated wiring. That's already 7. Concrete, 8. 9 is not going to be enough. No, it is not. Because we're still going to have... let's see, where's my phone? I don't know where my phone is. I don't know where my watch is either, but... what is... Let's see here, 213.75 plus 135. That's 348.75. So that consumes this 270. And then we got 150 left over. So hang on a second. So then let's go ahead and subtract 270 from that. So that leaves us with 78.75 required, which we have a leftover of 150 here. So that should be enough. That should be enough to consume all of this and most of that, and we'll have some ingots left over. These 2 ingots can combine. Now we're only taking 30 of the Deuterium ingots there. How much you want to bet this is upside down? Oh, it's not. Alright. So we have left over 60. So those 2 can combine as well. So that's another 1, 2. So now we have... Oh god, I just need to start writing things down. We have pipe, versatile framework, automated wiring, smart plating, power slugs, silica, quartz, concrete, which is 8, 9, 10. Combining these 2 will be 11, 12, 13 with this last little bit of iron that we need to bring up, because that'll be consumed. So 13. We're gonna have, we need 13 spots up here. Alright, 13 spots. What can I do if I get rid of this? Because this is... Oh wait, this is 9. If I have 9 on the other side, that's 18. So 18, we'll have 18 spots with 9 there, 9 there. Right now we're only taking up 13 if I counted everything up correctly, so we'll have 5 extra slots for goodies. And that might even mean maybe I double that one up then. So that way we have 5 here. We got 3 there, so that's 18. That'll give us 16 spots, and we're only using 13 right now on this floor. That'll be good. We'll have a couple extra just in case my math isn't correct. Or we want to produce something else here. That also means that I could have taken this pod and moved it back a little bit to have more walking space around there. I sure as shit ain't moving it now, I'll tell you that much. So, we got two good-looking pods. Could even do something like this if we wanted to. I mean, this isn't bad. Why don't we just zoop this along? It's not going to clip through anything. We're not going to have any Zed fighting. Go. There we go for our walkways. I also could if I really wanted to make this area look kind of better, which I kind of do. Boom, come up here. I don't know how many out we're gonna go here, but we gotta go at least one more. And we put our ramps down. Come on. There we go. There we go. Nice little walking path for us. And then we also have a little bit of room right here in case we need to do any type of logistics weirdness up top. I don't think we'll need that, but you never know. Otherwise, this looks nice. This little area back here looks a little wonky. I'm not a huge fan of that, but we made it look kind of nice. We made it work with the environment a little bit, too. Like, it looks kind of weird that this is just jutting out and there's nothing... Well, maybe. Maybe we go ahead and we take this down, but we put a halfie here. Don't hate it. Don't hate it. And then we do the same thing there. There we go. Now we're kind of working with the environment a little bit. You know, it's coming in this way, but that's okay. I don't mind that at all. I do want to put a wall right here, though. And am I gonna get stuck back here? Maybe. There. There. Okay. There we go. Ah. Ah, I'm stuck. Can't get out. Seriously, I can't get out of here. Can I drop down? Oh, thank God. Okay. There we go. Let's do the same kind of thing over here. To this side. It's 10. 10. Really don't know what I should do with this little back corner. I don't necessarily need it. Where are we? Right here, I believe. Yep, there's one half. The other half. Okay. Alright, this is the pod that we have to work in. For right now. I mean, every time this facility goes up a level, the... Actually, maybe we could use this area here as like a... maybe like a little bit of a cutoff point for the build. So we could basically use this 2.5-ish square... Yeah, 1, 2, 3.5 by 2 square to almost bring this entire wall inward from the top. So we could have these lifts anywhere that could take the material up. Shoot, we could have them right here, and we could bring the entire front of this build this way. At least in these sections. It'll give us some interesting architecture, and it also will make us... It'll force us to do something wonky with this side and then and this side over here. Because we got this weird square here that I don't necessarily know what to do with. So I got this square that there's nothing, going to be nothing in. Let's see. We're right at the hour marker. So let's see if we can even get our machines laid out in here first. Let's do that. Make sure all the machines are going to fit. And then we'll lay out smart plating and power shard production. So we need the Satisfactory calculator up. Number 1. So production, we're going to start out making rods, and we need to make 138.75 plus 75. So, keeping with the theme, I think right here is going to be the closest we can go there. And then that's going to be back to back. Actually. So that'll be fine. We can shove one there, shove one there. Like that. So we can do that. Let's see, rods. How many of these bad boys can we pump out? 37.5. So 138.75 divided by 37.5 gets us 3.7. That's not great math. Let's see. Okay, so 2 of these will provide enough iron rods for our rotors. And then we're going to need 138.75 divided by something. That'll give us... four. So we need 6 of these. We need 6 of these making iron rods. This might be a change in orientation here, because we're going to need 6 of these bad boys. And I'd like for them to be placed this way, so that way you can see what's going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6! Nice! Okay, so we can get 6 of them in here. Okay, cool. Because then 2 of these are going to be making... need them to be making 75. So that's 37.5 for one of them, 37.5 for this one, so that's making our 75. And then we need 4 of them making 34.6875. 1, 2, 3. 34.6875. Okay, so that's 34.69 is what we're gonna get to. So we're gonna be a little bit wonky. But it should work out. Okay. Okay. So I wanted them facing that way, so that way the output was on the side where you're going to be walking, so you'll be able to see with the signage what's going on. Downstairs, under the floor. God, I think the little hamster in my brain just froze right there, super hard. So downstairs, we will do the logistics to fix that. And just get them going the right way. Okay, so that's all of our constructors for rods. Now for screws, which is going to be next, I think we want that right behind there. Because that 138.75, aka these 4, are going to have to be making our screws. And we need 180 output on one, and 375 output on the other. That's gonna be a lot. We're probably gonna have to... Actually, if we line all these up in a manifold system, it'll be fine going in, but then going out. Yeah. So... put that right there. Actually, I think the manifold system's going to need a little bit of space. Put them like that for right now. Because the splitters and the mergers are going to need a little bit of space to work. And plus, we're going to be flipping this entire thing around because the rods are going to be coming out there and going in over here. Which is fine. So now all 4 of these are going to have to be separated because we are going to be pushing out. Actually, we might need more constructors to make our screws. Because we need 375 plus 180. How much is that? 555. We need to be making 555. It's 138.75 for 4 of these, and I'm not going to be able to get there. I can make 100 per. Oh, what do we got for dividing it by 6? 92.5. Okay, so we do 5. Not that. 6 again. Oh, my Lanta. I do not know if we're going to have room for this in the middle here. This is going to be tight. The logistics are going to be terrible. Okay, so these are our screws doing 92.5. Let's get some signage out here. Actually, we might just flip these around. That'll make the logistics easier. Ah, no. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to hate myself, but I'm going to keep it. Okay, this is 34.69 per minute. Yeah, 34.69. Yeah, because 138.75 divided by 4 is 34.6875. $6,875. Okay. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. But that's not what that's making. That's making 37.5. And oops. Whew. Sorry about that. 37.5. Okay. So that's what those are making. Now these screws are going to be making 92.5. This is going to be screws. 92.5. Now this is where I will probably need to use the modular load balancers, because all of these are going to come out into, all these are going to get connected, and then they're all going to come out into 3 outputs, because we need 1 output of 180, which our belts can hold, and then we need 2 outputs, which are going to be 375 divided by 2, which is going to be 187.5. So we're actually going to have 3 belts coming out of this area. 2 at 187.5 and 1 at 180. So we'll have to keep track of that. Now we need our iron plates, which we need 135 iron ingots going to, and then we need 90 iron plates coming out. So let's bump it this way. Yeah, because we did not give a ton of space back here, did we? No, we did not. No, we did not. So let's give the screws a little bit of extra space. on the back side here, because we're going to need those modular load balancers. So let's give them a little bit of room. Let's push this out to the next square. Okay. So now we're going to be making plates. We need to be making 90 iron plates per minute. Which, let's just do 45. Plates. 45. Okay, that's 45 per minute on our plates. So then the 180 screws that we're gathering, and our 90 plates, those need to be going into assemblers to make reinforced iron plates. So let's see where we can put this one. I think I need to be one more ahead. Yeah, so that way our floor holes are all in the same position. They're all on the edge of this. So we need to make our reinforced iron plates here, and we need to be making 15 of them. So that'll only give me 12.5. So we need to be making 7.5 here. 7.5. Come on. There we go. Nope, that's not right. Copy this. Put it there. Alright, so that's making 7.5, 7.5. Now we have our reinforced iron plates ready to go. Our rotors, on the other hand, we need to make 15 of them. I think we're going to be in the same kind of scenario here. Yep, we need to make 7.5 rotors per minute, so that's going to be 2 of these as well. We're not going to be able to fit 2 of them there. So maybe instead we take our... Because we're going to be pushing out plates here. Maybe instead we go ahead and put our assemblers that need the plates right in front. That would probably be smarter than putting them beside them. Okay, so that's going to be taking our plates and our screws. So plates are going to be coming out here, going into there. Screws, we're going to have a bunch of them coming out here, and then going straight up and going into here. And then for our rotors, we need our rods, which are in the back, and we need our screws, which are here. So let's actually take the assemblers, because we're going to need 2 of these. Let's put them here as well. We're going to get them over to this area. Make sure they're in line with the constructors here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. It's going to be making us rotors. We're going to be making 7.5 per min on these 2. Okay, so the setup isn't looking that bad so far. We got this middle section that is not used. It might be used as a bus station, aka having all the conveyors come up through the middle here if it's needed. Or, I'm thinking, once we have the smart plating, because the smart, luckily, I mean, not luckily, but the hub's going to have to move. The hub will probably be moved back there for right now, and then the smart plating's going to be made up front. Because we got our rotors coming in here, we got our reinforced iron plates here, and then we're going to have to make our smart plating maybe our smart plating can be made like this. Can be made in a line. And then we'll have some of that smart plating going to storage. And then a couple of it, 5 of it, will be going to 2 constructors. One making the slugs, one making the power shards, because we'll have power shards coming out of this too. Alright, so what can I move here? Can I fit some of this stuff in my inventory? Oof, not really. Alright, for right now, we're going to be... I'm missing pipes. Oh no, I can't even make a... Can't even make one of these. There we go. For right now, let's move our storage onto this side, because I know this is going to be not utilized space. At least for right now. Let's throw wire in there, because we got so much of it. Let's throw sheet in there. We got so much of it. Throw rods in here. And plates. No, why don't we keep all of our plates? Christmas stuff, FICSMAS stuff. We'll throw in this one. Phase 2 has to be complete before we continue FICSMAS, because if it's not, I can't make stars. I cannot make wonder stars currently. Let's take care of that. A ton of cable. This one's going to be screws. I don't know why I have so many. I might sink a ton of those. Don't... Like, look, I have another 10,000 there. Grab this, grab this, grab this. Okay, my inventory full? No, we still got space. Alright, cool. So, let's move the hub and all of this stuff. Move the hub for now. I am glad that they got rid of every time you build and unbuild the hub, all the exclamation points come back. That was very annoying. Like for all the stuff that you'd have to go and interact with. This can go in there. This. Don't know why I have coal. Oh, I have 7 smart plating. Okay. Keep that for now. And that stuff can go in there. Okay. Now let's get our MAM back. Let's get our craft bench back. Our workshop. And then let's get our awesome shop back. Okay. All that stuff fits in that area relatively nicely. Actually, what are we at for time here? I just wanted to lay this out. I wanted this to be actual hour episode. We're at an hour and 20. So, we're a little long. That's okay. Now, we need 3 of these assemblers. And I think we can fit all 3 of them this way. And the reason why I want to fit them this way is because I want that square in the back to be a walkway. So that way we still have the pod looking area. So that's 1. Actually, we might not be able to do that. instead, could I instead build them this way? I could, if we give ourselves a little bit more room. See, this pod is not going to look as nice as the others, and I'm trying to think, is there a better way to do it? Because this area back here, this looks good. This is, 12 constructors all in a line. And then we have our various assemblers, which we're going to need a stack of 2, a stack of 2, and a stack of 3. And then we need 2 constructors for plates, and 2 constructors, 1 producing slugs, 1 producing our power shards. So can we make this look nicer? Let's see. If we had it like this, that will give us, that'll give us enough space there. That'll give us space here as well. Okay, so that can be a... That could be my pot of 3 making the smart plating. What if instead of that over there, we had these guys? Is this right? No. It needs to be right there. Maybe? I can't tell. Can't tell from all the way up there. No. It needs to be like that. Okay, so those 2 are in line now, and I think we can back this up to here. Yes. Okay. 2... 3. Let's get rid of these guys real quick. Okay, so that's making our 2 stacks of stuff. Pretty much that needs to come around and go in here. So these 2 can go down, combine, go down, combine, come all the way over here, split, split, boom, boom, in. Now, in the middle, we could have a bit of a centralized walkway coming up. Problem is, we got 4 on this side and 2 on that side, and we still need to have 2 constructors. Making our iron plates. Which maybe we can throw them in here. Let's see. Can you go that way a little bit? No, I don't think we're gonna be... I don't think you can get it in the middle. Well, they can't make it get in the middle, but I can. With the nudging feature. Okay, there's 2. So that's gonna be our area for plates. And if I put 1 here Still going to be off just slightly. Just slightly. Regardless, this is our smart plating setup. Wonder if I could do 15 smart plating, huh? That's what I'm trying to get to. Wonder if I can. I don't know if I can do that. Smart plating 3.75. Okay. 3.75. I could actually do 3.75 for smart plating and have 4 of these. So 4 of the assemblers would work out better in terms of look and layout. It would work out worse in terms of splitting. But I can just use the modular load balancers potentially, and that could work for us. So let's put that there. Put this here. And that's in line. Oh, I'll turn that around in a second. I think that's correct. Yeah, it needs to go like this. I think that distance is right. I think that's even on... Nope. It's gotta go over maybe another one. There we go. Now it's right. Okay, so these are our pods, which is gonna be nice, because this will still leave us a potentially nice walking path that's not... yeah, you can't be nudged. That's like this. Okay, that leaves us a nice walking path to get down here. We're going to be clipping through those a little bit. We got all of the machines in here besides the constructor for the power shards and the constructor for the slugs. And I could put them right in the middle. I could put them right in the middle, but I don't think I want to do that. I like this look. I like this factory layout. I'm going to keep it like this. You know what? I'll make that little bit right there. Because we're going to have the material going up there. I might have room in that back corner to make slugs. Or eventually, I take the recycler out, I take the smart plating back around, and I throw them in there. Because I know I can fit 2 constructors in that area. So right now it's the recycler, could turn into the constructor. Now let's see how much wiring we have and end this episode at the 100 and... Get away from that. 130 hour and 30-minute mark. Oh, we definitely have enough. And now let's go do the space elevator phase 2 and get so much stuff unlocked. Oh, good hit. What the heck? Okay, here we go. Load it, load it, load it, load it. Load it. Lock it. And send it. Oh yeah, take a couple screenshots. There we go. It's done. It is done. Phase 3. Ada should talk to us here. At least I thought she was going to. Maybe not. So overall, phase 2, we did 2 entire rebuilds of the factory from phase 1 to phase 2. We have this awesome factory now that looks super nice, is pretty much 100% efficient as long as we can use the resources that we're putting into it. And we are 3 floors up from where we started. Technically 4 with the logistics. Let's take a look. Take a look at what we got. Phase 5 and phase 4 here. Craftable yellow slugs. Why don't we just send it, you know? Boom. Craft those yellow slugs. Phase 4, we have linear motion Mark III, the diagonal vehicle lift oil processing, which is going to be huge for us. Gas masks, also huge. Alternative fuel transport, so that means we get the packager and the industrial fluid buffer. And industrial manufacturing, which is we need the manufacturer unlocked so that way we can start making our stars for FICSMAS. So we're going to have to get some refineries going. We're going to have to get some plastic and rubber going so that way we can at least unlock this so that way we can get the manufacturer. Phase 6, more Fix-It blueprints. So these are all the big blueprint designers, which technically we don't need to unlock because I have the other save that I use to make all my blueprints, but we could probably unlock that. We definitely need the fuel generator, so we gotta unlock that for sure. The jetpack, massive. Have to unlock the jetpack. Trains, so that way we can start making our train platforms and our turbo fuel facility, which turbo fuel I probably won't do just yet because we need drones. Pipeline engineering Mark II and craftable purple slugs. And then we need these 2 things to be completed here to unlock tiers 7 and 8 so that way we can get our drones going. Alright, so off camera, I'm going to go ahead and hook all these up. I'll do all the logistics for this. I will get the smart plating kicked off, and then we'll probably be taking this facility, moving it up another level, making another logistics floor, moving that up a level, and we'll have another floor that will be making probably our phase 3 assembler parts. And we'll throw some industrial encased beams and some other things in there in the meantime. Alright, I know this was a long episode at an hour and a half, so if you stuck around the whole time, thank you very much, and remember, always make your logistics floors 8 meters tall.